I'm Marlee Brown.
My name is Ronald Brown.
And I want to take this opportunity and thank y'all for, coming out here, talking to everybody and letting everybody into your life.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And let's get right into it.
Okay.
So, everything that we're going to talk about is about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Some healthy, some bad, some controversial. So, we're going to try to get into it. But let's start off with something simple.
Okay.
Let's talk about how did you meet?
Okay.
Gotcha.
You can go.
Both of y'all
okay.
go. Both of y'all go.
Okay.
And see if your stories match up.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay.
All right.
You want me to go first?
Well, I'll go first. So, the way me and Marley had met, so first, this is how it went down. So, okay, I'm a freshman coming to college 2019, and, I did not know Marley just came from Wallace Community College. So, she's there. We had this thing, I think it was called orientation, I want to say, where every student from, each class or whatever, they get together in a big gym. And so, I remember looking down the way, and one of my friends, his roommate, was talking to Marley apparently, and I was like, she's kind of beautiful, god dog. I said, I'm probably gonna see her again. And little did I know, I had this little Indian friend named Janice. Yeah, she's an Indian. She was dating my other friend.
Oh, okay.
So just
you wasn't dating her.
I wasn't dating her, but she was dating. She was dating my other friend, and so one day she go up to the room and she was like, "Hey, Ron, do you want to come up and hang out with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll come up." And little did I know, they go Marlo up in there taking care of everybody because they just wasted. And I'm just like,
bad.
I said, Janice, she looked good. I said, I just saw her like a couple days ago. I said, I'm gonna make her my girlfriend. And Janice said, go for it. And I said, bet. And I'm gonna be honest with your cousin Dave, I did not go for it. Not right then. I had to play it safe, you know what I mean? Had to play it safe, I had to smooth my way up in there. So, okay, let me tell you how I got her. So, at first she was just like, he too young. I don't want him.
Like,
Yeah, he's a child. I don't want him. He's
Ron
too
was
young.
like 17.
No. I want to know how you approach. What was
Oh,
the
hi.
approach like? You got to tell me.
Oh, what the appro-
Did you walk up to her? And what was it like?
Oh, I just said.
He just said,
Hey, how you doing?
He walked in
What's your
my
name?
dorm.
Yeah.
He walked in my dorm.
Said, hey, how you doing? What's your name? She was like, my name
Did
is...
you knew she was there?
No, I did not know.
Mm-mm.
Did not know. Thought it was totally different people. And so...
But, okay, so you walk up to her and
Yep.
then what?
So I walk up to her, I said, hey, how you doing? I said, what's your name? She said, my name is Marlecia, and this right here is my friend Key. Oh, Kay's not here. This is Alex. Everybody.
No, Key wasn't there.
Key wasn't there?
It was
Wasn't Kay there?
No, Kay, they were out of town.
Well, thank you for
It
correcting.
was,
I thought it was there.
no, it was, you was talking, I think we was talking about, I don't know, Zay was on the floor rolling around. I don't know who was
I just know
with
everybody
me.
was drunk.
Lizzie, I think it was Lizzie. You remember Lizzie with the glasses?
Hold on. Were y'all like at a party or something?
No,
This is her room.
it was my it was my room.
Yeah.
But it was my
So the
dorm.
party was in your room.
It was not a party. It was
just
not.
hanging out. They was
We
hanging
was
out.
just hanging out. We had a big friend group.
Mhm.
So
They had a big
yeah,
friend
we had a big friend group. Me, Kay, Key,
Yeah.
Zay. Those were the core, right? And so we met people on our hall, and it was a co-ed dorm. So literally, Ron lived on the 3rd floor.
Yep.
I lived on the 4th
Oh,
floor.
so y'all was in the same building.
Yes,
Mhm.
we were in a
Yep.
co-ed dorm, and so I literally was I was taking care of my friends because Kay and Key were out of town.
Yeah.
Kay was like the mama of the group, so she was trying to make sure everybody, but she wasn't there. So I was like, I have to make sure everything goes well, because if the RA comes and they find out these folks been drinking, we all gonna be in trouble.
Yep.
So my friends was drunk, like they was rolling all around the floor. They was like crying, they was screaming. So when Ron them knocked on the door, Janice was the only one that asked could she come over, and I was like, yeah, I could use company because I'm trying to get them settled or whatever. She didn't tell me she was bringing Ron, so she texted me and she said, hey, I'm at the door. I brought people with me. People with you? This is not a party. I said, Kay will freak out if she know that all of these people are in this dorm, like, because the way the dorms are set up, there's a common area, and the common area, it just has a stove, not even a stove, those little griddles. It was like a little griddle, It was like a sink, and then there was the fridge.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 rooms.
Little basic room.
There's 1 room right here and 1 room right here. This is my room. Nobody was allowed in there, especially when Kay wasn't there. This is Key and Michaela's room, and everybody. Michaela was there. That was Michaela.
Yeah.
Everybody was in that room, like crazy drunk. And so one of my friends, Zay, I had just met her, but we were really good friends. She was rolling around in the floor, everything. Ron comes in the door. And I was like, Janice, I was like, oh, okay. I said, hey, I'm so sorry about the condition of everything. You know, we normally not like this. I'm Marlee. And then Ron had introduced himself or whatever. Yep. And then I was like, give me 1 second. Let me go take care of this. I had to go in there because they started screaming. So I went in the room.
Yeah.
She gonna kill me. But I went in the room and I was taking care of her. Came back out and Ron was like trying to talk or whatever. And Janice introduced who he was. Said that was his friend, yada, yada, yada. And so I was like, okay. So when everything settled down and calmed down, we were bored. So I was like, Ron, you want to play a game? Like, you know, like it was like a little treat, like the little patty cake game. We like to make up like little patty cakes and stuff.
Hold on. You and him?
No, me. I like to do that.
Yeah,
and I did it with all my friends.
I never played patty cake. And so, little did I know, this was a test. This was a test of...
You was trying to get him to play patty cake.
Yes, because I like doing this with my friends, and I like doing it with everybody. So what we do is we just make up games. Like, we just make up games.
No, cause
and
this
TikTok
was
popping.
This was a test. She wanted to see if I was stupid. So, you know,
I
patty cake is repetition.
I didn't think that until
so, you know, okay, I got it wrong the first. I'm like, you know, I'm not used to this. I don't do patty cake. And then next thing I know, she was like, oh, you know, you don't know how to do it. Just say that. I'm just like, oh, nah. You know, that triggered something in me. So I ended up learning. I said, I was stupid than you. She was like, no, I didn't think you was something.
Because when I was teaching it was just a basic.
So hold on.
That's it.
So he did it?
He was like.
The first 2 times I messed up.
And I was like.
Well, hold on. So he tried to play patty cake?
Yeah. He did. He was in the kitchen.
Don't you know that Riz right there? He was
trying to play patty cake. Was in the kitchen, but he did not. It was bad. I was like, okay, I think we done. And he was like, I'm gonna get it. I said, okay. And then by the time the night was ending, the friends were still in there, and I think you left with Janice or something. Yeah. Did you leave with Janice?
It was me, Janice, and I think Mark.
Yeah.
Or Mark stayed. I don't know.
Mark probably stayed because Kayla then was in there. So. Yeah, I think they stayed, and then the next, you didn't have my number, did you? I don't think you had my number.
I didn't get that day.
Yeah. So how did the second day go?
So the second day, you remember they was playing, you ever heard a game called Just Dance? Oh man, you gotta get it.
You never heard of Just Dance?
It was like, so.
Was it a video game?
It was like a video game too.
It's a Wii game, but you have to, you know, dance, and you do every movement that they're doing on the TV, and you know. I don't know how they was jumping up in that room without getting in trouble. Yeah,
because we got people under us. We was on the 4th floor.
Yeah. But anyway, so they were playing Just Dance. You know, I'm just casually walking on in. And I think this was when Key and Kay was back, right?
Yeah, they had to be back. But they was only gone for a little bit.
Did you or did you not have that breakdown that day?
Nope, that wasn't that day. That was not the day. That was like a month after.
I'm trying to get it right because it was.
It's so foggy.
Yeah. But all that I know that came out that day was Big Booty Run.
That's
all that I remember that came out.
You're right.
That's what they call you?
No, yes, because Ron had a big booty and he was muscular. He was small. Ron used to be small, and when he was small, the thing that you noticed the most was his butt. So we called him Big Booty Run because he had a big butt. And he said it's because he played basketball and squat a lot.
Okay. Since you say that, let me ask this question. So, when you first saw him, he already told me that when he saw you, he was attracted to you.
Yeah.
So, when you first saw him, what was your...
I was young.
Ron looked like a baby. Like, he was so small. And so he looked like somebody I would like to be my little brother, like, or something. So I was just like...
I don't take friend zones like that.
And I thought we was going to be really good friends because Ron was funny. He was so funny. And I was like, he is such a cool dude, like, to hang out, you know, with or whatever. I didn't think he liked me. And I did not like him. So I thought we was going to be friends.
I was reeling in right there.
So it was talking about the day, maybe a day or so after Kay and Keith then were back, we had a disagreement with one of our roommates. I'm not going to disclose the name, but we had a disagreement with one of our roommates. And
You
so,
around it?
no. Myself and my friends. And we came there together because we all had we did high school together and we did community college together. So it was like, let's go to a university together and be dorm mates or whatever. And so I had a big disagreement and falling out. I think it was about ABCs or something. I think we were talking about ABCs, and then I said that's not logical or something about ABC. I just knew it had something to do with letters, and I was like, we were very.
Yeah.
We were out there. So I got upset because I was like, wait, because y'all always trying to make me seem like the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy, and I was problematic.
Yeah, and then most of you that same day did something.
No. That was like a month after.
Oh.
You trying to talk about the month after. But she made me so upset that I just decided to like leave. I said, you know what, I'm going to go to my car and I'm going to decompress because I'm upset right now. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I started crying because I got emotional. Ron and his friends were outside. Were y'all outside playing a game or something?
What's up on the fourth floor? Because y'all told her that we can't come in the room right now.
Oh, yeah. They couldn't come in the room because we were arguing. So Kay told them, like, no, y'all stay out there. So they was on the outside of the room at our little table. That was our little table. And I came out crying, and I guess Ron
She
seen
went to the
that.
washroom.
I went, no. That was when I had that breakdown with Mom, about Mom. Y'all was just out there. Because remember, I walked all the way downstairs to my car.
Important because you know I got your number one of them days.
I think you got my number from somebody. You didn't, because I didn't give it to you.
Oh.
So, because I didn't give it to you.
Yeah.
So who you got the number from?
Do you remember who you got it from?
I think it was Kobe.
It had to be probably Kobe.
I think it was
because
Kobe.
we had all
Kobe
the
was trying to help me. He was like, he came over, he was like, hey, Ron, you want more? I was like, yeah, I think it's pretty hot. And he was like, I got you, brother. I was like,
I went downstairs in my car because I was crying. I got on the phone with Mama. Anytime I was upset, I got on the phone with Mama, Hannah, and one of my friends. And so they were hyping me up, like, you're okay, da-da-da-da. Don't make us come down there, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, I feel better a little bit. So then Ron was like, text me from a number. I was like, who is this? Like, he was like, hey. I said, who is this? He's like, are you okay? This is Ron. And I said, I said, I'm okay. I said, I'm fine. And then he had said something to make me laugh. I forgot what it was.
Because I said, you called me Big Booty Ron.
Oh, I said, this Big Booty Ron. He said,
and I said, oh, ha. I said, but you got a pretty big butt yourself.
You did that, and that's what made me laugh. Because I was like, oh my gosh, is he flirting with me?
Raising her up.
I was like, okay, whatever. And that's when it started that I realized Ron liked me. And ever since then, he would just flirt. Oh, I'm sorry. He would just flirt. And then I just was like pushing him away. like you are my friend.
So when was that aha moment for you? Like, okay.
It was when I broke down.
Mental breakdown.
I had a mental breakdown.
Call
and I was
vulnerable.
like, literally. Man, that sounds so bad.
Hey.
I had a mental breakdown. My mom, everybody know my mom is a very emotional person. And she was having one of them emotional days. Ooh. It was bad. And she called me, and we had gotten an argument because I was trying to explain to her, like, how I was feeling or whatever, and she didn't take it well. So she started spazzing out on me and all of that. My friends, my two closest friends, Kay and Key, was there. Zay, I think she was out of town. So they were downstairs with me, talking to me and trying to, like, console me, make me feel better because I was kind of emotional. And back then I had really bad anxiety. It was to the point where I started hyperventilating, can't breathe, and I just, like, it's bad. Like, it was really bad. So they were trying to make sure I didn't have no anxiety attack, and I was fine. So I was like, I'm good. We went upstairs, and then I think she called me back, and it made it worse. And I just started hyperventilating. I started freaking out.
In the washroom.
The next thing I know, I'm in the washroom with Kay and Key on the floor. In the washroom. In our washroom. Anybody?
The
laundry room. Yeah.
This is a laundry room.
It's literally.
It's public.
It's a public. For anybody that lives in that dorm, they can go in that laundry room on that floor. So I was in there crying. feeling my guts out. I was like, and I came out and Ron was like, "Are you okay?" But he acted like he didn't want to, approach. And K and Q was like, "She's fine, whatever." Da 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 da. And they took me to the room. I laid down on the bed and I was just crying. And next thing you know, Ron came in to my dorm and he was like, "They let me in. The twins let me in. Are you okay? Are you fine?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." I said, "I'm good."
What you smiling for? Why are you smiling? was that your opening?
That was his opening. But we were good. We were good friends this whole month, like the whole month. And we talked to each other and we were cool. Like I would talk to Ron a lot. Mm-hmm. Ron would help. Like when you meet me outside from my classes and stuff during that time.
Cause
he was working really hard.
She's missing important details.
I'm not including no more details.
She's missing important details. We're being hot. Open and transparent.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're gonna be. We go.
Go ahead.
Ron was a good friend, and he was very sweet. And then
Come on. So we go in the room. She's crying.
Rhonda.
So whoop. I'm over there. I'm asking her. I'm like, "Are you really okay?"
I'm okay. Sweet.
I said, "Do you want a hug?" Say, "Want a hug?" Okay. Kid you not, it's around about 10.
It's in the daylight. Like it's 10:30 a.m.
Hold on, no, let him finish.
Look, so like she said, around that time, I'm like, I'm tired, bro. I just stayed over just seeing you have a whole mental breakdown. I'm not going back to that dorm room. So I'm like, "Can I stay up here with you?" And she said, "Yes." And I thought about it. I said, "Well, I'm gonna sleep at." "Oh, you sleep in the bed with me?" And one thing led to another. Because when Ron gets up,
one
thing led to another, and
What does that mean?
Ron normally, when he comes over to my dorm to sit, Ron normally sits on the bed. Oh, he does not sit on the bed. He slept on the floor. Because we were very particular about people.
We wasn't together then. And we got together that night. This for the family. They already know this anyway. But we got together after that day. And then after that day,
he was like, "Well, I guess we together now."
Yeah, I said, "I guess we together now." That's what you told her? Mm-hmm. Yep, because she's always hit me with, "I'm celibate." Please.
I was.
Not that day.
It's okay.
Ron manipulated me.
That's what it is?
No, I did not.
It was manipulation.
I just said, "I'm tired." I said, "Can I still be with you?"
Okay.
He wasn't tired. His floor was right there.
After that night, did y'all feel like y'all had a connection?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm just playing. Honestly, I'll say I did. I don't know about it, but I'll say I did. Right. Because I take stuff like that very serious. You know?
Stuff like what?
So when you tend to like have sex with a person, I tend to be like, well, if I did that with you, I value your body and I value your time. I'm not finna just play you like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If I don't want you until like that's like just a one time thing, I will let you know because I don't believe in it. Me personally, I understand, like, the stereotypical man would be like, I just want one thing, I'm gone. But honestly, not trying to toot my own horn, but that's me. That's me, though.
That's not what you want.
His parents raised him right.
Okay. Yeah. So, after that night with you...
I was just like...
Yep, she broke her celibacy.
No, because So, I had a boyfriend after that. And then, literally, I was just like...
Who's your boyfriend?
Ronald was my boyfriend. Because I told him I didn't want a boyfriend. I told him I didn't because I was focused on my schoolwork. I was not studying no boys. Like I was like, I ain't got time.
Okay, I'm good. You got a boyfriend.
Yeah, now I got a boyfriend. And then so after that, my friends was like, girl, like they was pushing me to date him before even that, but they was like, that's good that you're with him, da 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 da. And I was like, he's literally like 18. Like I was like, he's a baby.
Hold on. So who's the oldest?
Me.
So you the oldest?
I'm the oldest. Yes, I'm the oldest.
I was not of legal consent.
I was 20. Ron was 18. He just turned 18, and I was 20 years old.
So you the oldest.
Ooh, yep.
As a matter of fact, I was going on 21. And so
yep.
And so I was just like, this is a baby. Because my future husband, first of all, I wanted him to be Caucasian. Second of all, I wanted
What
him
is
to
that?
white.
Oh,
I wanted him to be white.
But
Second, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
And then second of all, I wanted him to be a couple years older than me.
But he's a couple of years younger.
Yeah. And he's black.
I ain't gonna tell you no story though, couldn't they? I want me one of them white Olympian chicks. I ain't gonna count to you. Like the one that got that little cut. Oh boy, I'm telling you, like the white women that got the long hair and then got that little cut on. And ooh, I was like, those Olympians right there. I'm talking like USA, baby. American made. Oh yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
Muscle car.
A muscle car.
American made.
So,
Anyway.
okay. So I got the idea how y'all met.
Mm-hmm.
We got that. So I do want to ask some questions about like when y'all got together, when y'all met each other.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all have anybody that you feel like you can talk to when you was even dating each other? Did you feel like you had anybody besides friends? I'm talking about
Oh, okay. Like
friends.
family members or something?
Family, maybe like, you know, a mentor relationship, or was it all just family?
I don't think so. I didn't even talk to my family.
friends.
I didn't, just friends. Like me personally, I had Key, I had Amber, and I had Zay, and that was my four. Like I didn't have any family that I would go to. It's besides Hannah, you know, him, my sister, and I would go to them and tell them about Ron. And Mama didn't like Ron, so like,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I didn't have a mentor that I could go to and talk to them about anything.
Yeah, and you know, really, I didn't go to my dad about it, you know, at first, anyways. But I did used to talk to my friend Lundell and you know Tony, and they were like, "That nigga a lover boy."
They called him a lover boy.
Yep. I was like, they all in high school. They was like, "That nigga a lover boy." They don't know. He said specifically, they said these hoes gonna break your heart. And
That's what they said when you got to college?
No, they said that when I got to college. They said, this nigga gonna get to school, he gonna do something, he gonna fall in love, and they went lying. But then when they saw Marla, they was like, oh yeah, she good. They said, I can tell, bro, we got to just leave you alone for a little bit, and we'll get back with you whenever. And what they were meaning was, like, their lifestyle wasn't adding up to my lifestyle at the moment. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if they were clubbing and partying, then it's like, we're not gonna ask Run to come out. You know, so that's how they was. I'll say they was some pretty good friends right then. But I went through a lot of neglect though, because I was just like, hey, you know, why they ain't hanging out with me? Because I never caught on to it. Like I was like, you know, you still can go do stuff with the boy. But they was like, what we doing on a whole nother caliber, boy. Like if we going to the club, we coming back with somebody. You know what I mean? And we don't want you in there because if we come back with somebody, we don't want you over here without somebody. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna just let you stay where you at.
So let me ask this question. So okay, y'all dating.
Yes.
What year did you start officially dating? What year?
2019.
2019.
It was 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was 2019.
So when did y'all get married?
In 2021. 2021.
Okay. We went together.
2022.
Yeah.
Okay. 2022.
2022. So y'all got together 2019, married 2022.
Yep.
When did you feel like either one, this one's the one? So in 2019, you first got together. When did you feel like, yes, I can see myself spending the rest of my life with this person?
Oh, that day I saw it at what it was.
Orientation.
Yes, orientation.
Oh,
I told you this a million times. But yeah, but I was like, I'm probably gonna never see her again. But hey, look at
Okay.
That is really sweet.
What about you?
I think mine was at Mama Tina's birthday party. I was wasted. This is BC, before Christ. Well, like, but I was gone, and Ryan. I think he'd been trying to tell me for a minute, but he just didn't want to, push it on me. But
Tell you what?
That he loved me. I was in Mama Tina's den, and I was laughing. I was like dancing and everything, and then Ron was like, I'm trying to tell you something. And I was like, what? Because every night before he would leave my dorm and go downstairs, he would be like, I like you. And I'd be like, I like you too. Because, like, it's like love, but it's really light because you don't know if you love somebody for real. So Ron, it wasn't until It was at Mama Tina's party. This was like September, and I was in the den and I was like dancing or whatever. Da, da, da. And Ron came. He was like, "I'm trying to tell you something, like Marlee," and I was like, "What?" And then he grabs me and he like we're by the door and he was like, "I love you," and I said, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're lying!" He was like, "No, I really, really love you," and I was like, "Oh, did I cry?" I think I cried.
You cried when you got into the room.
Okay, because I was not.
Hannah was there too.
You're right. It wasn't until because that was Ron's first time driving for real.
Yeah.
He drove us back to the dorm.
I never drove in Montgomery.
Right.
So what year was this?
2019.
It was in 2019.
September of 2019 because we got together in August.
Yep, and all that I remember, them windows were foggy.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
I was taking that diesel boat way down the road though.
Because my friends, we all was in the car and everybody was under the influence. So Ron was the only one because Ron don't drink. So we got to the dorm and I was like, Ron told me he loved me, everybody. And everybody was like, Marlee just drunk. And then I started crying. And then Ron was like, I'll be right back. I was like, no, don't leave. You just told me you love me. And he had to go downstairs and change his clothes and stuff because all our friends was upstairs. So after that, yeah, that was the moment I was like, I can marry. Like I could see myself marrying Ron because he didn't say I love you like the first month of dating, or it like took him a while to like come to that conclusion. So it wasn't nothing fake. Yeah. And a lot of people just say stuff just to say it, but I knew he literally meant that, and that meant the world to me because I was just like, you know what? Okay.
Did you feel before he said it that you loved him and just didn't want to say it?
I think a little closer to like that date, it was kind of like that. So like not maybe further, but like when it got a little closer, I think it was one moment that we was sitting out and we was sitting on the floor in my dorm or something, and Ron had said something off the wall, and I just started laughing, and we just started laughing and laughing and laughing. I was like, man, like I love this kid. Like he is just a great human being, like just a great person. You don't get that many people like that. So I was like, this is a cool person. Like I mean, real cool. And then when it happened, I was like, you know what? I love you too. But.
So, okay, let's talk about the marriage. So you married in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 2024.
Yep.
So you've been married 2 years.
Almost. In December, it'll make 2 years.
Yeah. 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into some of the marriage type conversation.
Okay.
So now that you're married, do y'all share any, household responsibilities, or do you have like a traditional? What is your?
I don't think it's traditional.
I would say that it's kind of like, let's say for instance, Marlee has her specific set of tasks because she's very picky, and she has this thing called bathroom phobia.
I have a lot of phobias, but
and,
bathroom is just one of them.
Of course, trash and clean out the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta do. But
so that's her
in the oils and
expectation
stuff.
of you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is that something she told you that she wanted you to do?
Specifically out her mouth.
Mm. So is there something that you specifically want her to do?
Yes.
Yes. Honestly.
I'm talking about household responsibilities now.
Yes.
Oh, besides washing the clothes and cooking, yeah.
No, and something that you just hate doing.
What, washing dishes?
Yes.
I don't mind washing dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all talked about that.
I know he hates washing dishes. We talked. We didn't never say like, okay, this is what I expect. This is what I don't expect. Da 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 da. It's just like, I guess because we was together all the time, 24/7, we kind of developed a like sense of what the other person don't like or likes, or what the person tolerates and what they don't tolerate. And then from there on, we were able to just like go from there.
Did y'all argue about it first, or did it just?
Well,
y'all just came into it.
One thing I used to argue about a lot was a stigma. Like, let's say for instance, if a woman be like, "Well, women are supposed to take out the trash," I'd be like, "Who told you that?"
He literally.
Like they say, women are supposed to point. Who told you that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if
she does, she used to do that.
She's like, I expect you to pump the gas
it's like,
and pay for it. So I'm just like, okay, babes, if we want to make it somewhere, then wouldn't you rather get out the car, go ahead and go handle the business, and not be pumping? You know what I mean? Because, like, sometimes the cars don't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you want me to go walk all the way inside the store, come all the way back out the store, pop the latch, put the gas thing up in there.
So you're talking efficiency And she talking about some gender role.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I want to be feminine. Like, I don't want to pump the gas. I don't want to do none of that. But, I don't know.
Hold on. But what?
Ron don't believe in 50-50. I don't blame him because I don't either.
No.
But it's just like.
What do you mean 50-50?
Like, okay, how do I explain it? Okay, so if you do this part, I'll do this part, and then that'll get it to 100. Okay. Ron believes in, like, if you feeling like you're at 10% today, I'll give you the 90. Or if you feel like you are at 100 and I'm at 0, then you do that or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I agree with that because sometimes Ron gets home, he's not even at 2%. Like, he's just tired. Yeah. But I work from home. I sit at a desk all day. I'm mentally drained, but I can run around and do whatever I need to do. So if he's tired, I'm just like, just chill out. I got it. And then it's vice versa. So it's just like, I feel like it works better that way than to just be like,
But it's like, it's still a thin line because, like, in a relationship, you just can't keep on doing that because there's going to be plenty of days where you keep on getting consumed by a lot of work and you're going to be like, I don't feel like doing it. But think about your spouse also because she has to deal with veterans all day. And I know that can get stressful. Mm-hmm. So she's tired of listening to people talk all day.
And looking at a screen.
Yeah, and looking at a screen all day. So it's like, baby, take you some time. I understand, like, I just got to work. I'm not, feeling it right now. So, like, we both just like, take a break. Just take a break. You know what I mean? It's like, at the end of the day, it's going to get done. Mm-hmm. It's going to get done. Mm-hmm. So don't try to rush and say, I got to clean up this, I got to clean up that. Who we trying to impress? Nobody. It's just me and you.
Yeah, but it's my brain.
I understand.
So when you talk about sharing responsibility in the household, do you think that your parents shaped how you run your household and the responsibilities, or you just say, I understand what my parents did, I'm gonna do my own thing? What do you think?
You want me to go over?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll say my parents did shape how I view it because with my mom, my mom was a lady. She was a go-getter. And her and my dad, so since my mom was the breadwinner of the house, she stayed out because she was a nurse. And she worked at a nursing home, so she had to stay late nights. And guess who had to do the responsibility? Because my dad wasn't the type of man to be like, well, I'm just waiting for my wife to get home to come cook some food. He was like, hey, man, me and my children hungry. My wife coming home late. Let me go cook this food. Let me wash these dishes. Because she shouldn't have to come home to this. You know what I mean?
Did he ever communicate that to you?
About
Like what you just said. Like, my wife shouldn't have to come home and do this. Let me just do it. So
no, he never told me that.
His example did.
Yeah, it's just his example. But he did always tell me, son, always try your best to help your parents. Whether it be like just trying to cut some grass, wash a couple dishes here and there, clean up your room. He said make sure you do that because he said that's important. Mm-hmm. Because as parents do go through a lot, and he said it just your little effort, even if you just go do the little thing, it's still showing us that you're trying. And he just built that principle upon me just to do something. Don't always let the other person do it for you because you're not a child, like you're not a baby no more. So you're growing up, you need to learn how to take care of yourself and learn how to live in a household with somebody else. That's basically just teaching me, the responsibilities. Don't always depend on other people to do it because they might not be at full capacity. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you might just go ahead and get ready.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What about you?
I feel like my mom did because she's a great wife, and she's a great mother. And the way she navigated life, I feel like that helped me and that shaped me into how I do things. But however, I feel like I do my own thing because there are things that I got from her and there's things that I've learned and developed on my own. Mm-hmm. For instance, or for example, my mom would always make sure the house was clean, everything was tidy, whatnot, and I do that same thing, but something that I kind of do different from my mom is my mom is a goer. She goes. She doesn't stop. Yeah. she goes for everybody and they mama, they daddy, they aunties, they uncles, everybody. Like me, on the other hand, if I feel like I'm burnt out or if I feel like I'm tired, I will like release that responsibility and I'll be like, I need me a self-care day. Like I need a break. I need to do something, you know, because if I'm not doing well mentally or if I'm not doing well physically or if I'm not feeling well, then I can't be there for no one else and I can't be there for Ron. So it's just like I do the same thing with Ron. Like if Ron's burnt out or he's not feeling well.
Well, let me ask a question. How do you know when each other's burnt out?
Oh, that's a good question.
Communication.
Ron talks when he Ron.
Oh yeah.
Ron expresses when he's burnt out.
What do you say? Well, like if you burnt out, well, how do you communicate that?
I just be on the phone. Soon as 2:30 hit,
You clock out.
I clock out. I be on the phone.
Yeah, venting.
Let me tell you what you need to be today.
Venting.
Man, I promise you, like, man, I had to walk about 4 miles.
He vents.
Yeah, like, would you believe I had walked 13 miles? Like, I say stuff like that, and she be like, yeah, he tore up.
Yeah, he tired.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? When he gets home,
What does that tell you to do?
I try to make it as peaceful as I can for Ron. Like he'll get home. I know Ron does certain things to decompress. Like for instance, he love that game. So he likes to get on the game when he decompress. Like when he calm down and when he wanted to relax, he'll get on the game. So what I do is he'll come home. I have a little snack ready for him because he like to snack when he get home. Or I'll be like, what do you want for dinner? Whatever the case may be. And that's it. Also, since I work from home, I make sure the house is clean. I make sure everything is put up. If the bed is made, whatever is whatever. I make sure everything is good. And then when he wants to get on that game, he can get on that game. I'm going to go in my room and I'm going to look on TV, scroll TikTok, do homework, whatever I need to do. And let him just decompress and relax. Some days I'd be like, do you want to go to the movies? You want to go out to eat? You want to go do like just stuff to like make you feel better. Every day doesn't have to be like extravagant, but like the little things, it's the smallest things that matter that you wouldn't think matter.
But to throw some, some real stuff on that though. At the same time, it don't always be cooking and cream like that because remember, Mara does have a bathroom phobia and she don't take the trash out like that, right? So when Marlee cleans, she wants it clean, and if I'm burnt out, it run.
I give you grace
every now and then because when she ready to clean. She ready.
But I give him a 2-day notice when I'm ready. Like I literally, if I get run, I give you a warning. I'd be like, look, like I need the bathroom clean this day,
but she has a preference of clean. She want me to clean something in a light that she want to be. But it's like, you never cleaned it.
I think but I literally.
Like if Marley see a speck on the mirror. Wipe it off.
That's not.
But babe, have you ever wiped that speck off the mirror? Did you even go see if that thing can come off the mirror?
Right.
That's exactly how I do it.
But he's gotten adapted to it because when he cleans the bathroom, he does a really, really, really good job. And I'd be like, boy, you cleaned that bathroom. Like it looks good up in there. I do when he does. Don't I acknowledge?
I do a good job.
He does a really good job. But if I would have never explained to him my expectations, he would have never known.
Because I just get tired of hearing her talk, so I just go over and beyond anyway.
But
I go over and beyond the call.
He does really good.
That's why I do.
He does really good, and then I don't bother you for the rest of the time.
You want to come chill with me, Ron?
Because sometimes I'll be like, it's a good movie. You want to watch a movie?
So let me ask you a question in your responsibility. I'm gonna get kind of like biblical a little bit.
Okay.
So, do you have any biblical outlook on how your responsibilities in the household, and do y'all follow that?
That's a good question.
Well, I believe that the Bible it goes back to like what's a man and what's a woman type deal, because the Bible says that a woman is a nurturer and it says a man is a provider. So therefore it's like in today's world both the man and the woman provide. But me personally, I try to provide Marley with, a safe place. Like, how you create a safe place for us to be open and have conversations. That's how I want it to be for Marley. I don't want to, not be able to listen to my wife and feel like I'm just trying to attack her for everything she says. I want to make sure she's built up mentally. I want to make sure that she's in her best shape, if I can do that. Because, like, I can't be a hypocrite because I'm not even in shape myself. So I'm not going to tell Marley to do something I'm not doing. But I would encourage it, though. I would say, babe, look, I'm not doing this, but, you know, you could go, you know, do it. Because sometimes I do feed off my wife. Like, I be like, well,
I feed off Ryan too.
yeah, and I feel like that's a problem.
I
Too. I
think
feel like I
it is
gotta
a
be the
problem.
leader and just go ahead and lead by example. But I'll be honest, I am kind of lazy and I don't do it because my mind it rushes sometimes. I don't know if that's the ADHD
Ryan gets
or
overwhelmed.
it feels like I gotta do something because it's like I feel like in my life I never had nobody to actually thoroughly explain the Bible to me, like what's a provider, what's being a man.
Right.
You know, so I never really got a chance to actually, you know, understand. So now I'm trying to navigate that right now in a marriage because I'm so young.
Never been married before.
There's no blueprint to being married. There's no blueprint to being in a relationship. It's just like you just have to wing it. Gotta go with it. You know.
So let me ask this question. You said I know y'all pretty young. At what age were you when you was married? What age?
Oh, I was 21.
You was 21, and so you was what age?
I think was I 23?
Maybe 2 years older than me.
23?
Yes.
I was 23.
So you 23,
Yeah.
21, married.
Yeah.
Married.
Yep.
So you kind of went to it about mentorship. Now that you're married and you going now almost to your second year of marriage, do you have any like mentors? Like
Yeah, I'm mentored by my pastor, but I do have a spiritual brother named Jakar. We talk, and you know he keep my head on straight. You know he always tell me like, "Run, if I ever catch you straying away, you better go and get ready."
I thank God for Jakar
Yeah.
because and Avery because they bad.
Like, so I have those two people. And, you know, my dad, of course, he always gonna tell me his 2 cents because you know, of course, he's dad. Yeah, but he always gonna make sure he tell me the right thing. Like, Run, you better do right by Marty because you're not gonna find another good woman out here in this world. So you better do right by her. You better do everything you can to keep her. You know what I mean? I understand that you got a lot going on, but you.
So with you, and I'm gonna come to you. I'm coming to you. So when you get that mentorship, is you going to your mentor when things are bad, or just talking about relationship in general?
Well, what to be hot with you, I'm open and transparent. Well, first what I do, see, normally a lot of Christians say they go pray first. Me personally, I just go straight to Marty. And I'd be like, "What going on? Do you hate me? You don't like talking to me?" Like that's me.
Go straight to me.
It's very rare I go to my mentor or my spiritual brother. You know, very rare because you know my thing is I believe that we should go to God first, but sometimes me personally, I'd be like, "Man, look, God, I'm sorry, but I gotta go handle this on my own." Cause you know the last thing be on my mind is God can solve this problem. You know, just to be real, and I just be like, "Babe, like what's going on?" Because that's what I learned from internet. That's what I learned from, you know, people talking about their relationship, that you always go to your spouse about your relationship. Well, like if something wrong, you get in their space for about a good hour or two. What's up? Come on, like, do you want to be with me? Like, what's going on?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
You got a mentor?
I don't have a mentor. I'm trying to think. Do I have any? I really don't have a mentor. I don't have a mentor. I don't think I have. I'm trying to make sure I'm not. But I don't think I have any person that I look to like, oh man, I want my marriage to be just like, you know.
No. So, or you talk to about your marriage.
I don't. I think, and Ron is my best friend. So like, I guess we try to figure it out together, and we just try to like wing it together and see what we can.
I feel like it's just paranoia from, you know, like you putting people in and people use it against you. Because Cousin David, like, you ever heard of discernment? Like, well, discernment is based like you're able to tell like what's good and what's bad. And so God said he give us that gift, you know. So I firmly believe that's our intuition. We call it intuition, but I feel like that's just our discernment kicking in. And so you can look at a person and say, do you have, like, you really don't have my best interest at heart. You really gonna use this and say, oh, I thought they was perfect. They're not perfect. They're this and they're that. He's cheating. He's doing this. It's like, bro, you're supposed to be helping me, you know. But yeah, so I'll say it just our discernment kick in, and we just don't open up to a lot of people.
We don't.
Because like, I'll be honest, like, I never had nothing go off with my spiritual brother or pastor. It always been like good, but I never felt the need to tell them about my relationship. If it's anything, it just like, hey, pastor, like, I feel like me and Mark are struggling financially, or we're struggling with this and struggling with that. It's never like, oh, like, I just went and did this right here, or I did something like that, or I made Marley very mad. I don't go to him with stuff like that. I feel like that can be solved on the inside.
Okay.
Oh, we don't even go to family about stuff.
We'll just hire a therapist if we get
right,
real bad.
If we get that bad.
Okay, well, let me shift it then. I'm gonna get into a little touchy subject.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about intimacy.
Okay.
Now, but when I talk about intimacy, think of it, but think about intimacy in a way of non-sexual.
Gotcha.
Non-sexual. So what are some ways that you display intimacy outside of the bedroom?
Okay. So you want me do this first?
I got it.
Okay.
I like hugs.
I like
Ron has the best hugs in the world. His hugs can fix anything. Like, I believe totally in that. Now, when he was little, his hugs wasn't that good.
Wait, what you mean?
Like, he was tiny, like skinny.
Oh,
yeah, they did. He had the best hugs. But now he got a little hefty. His hugs are the best, and they're tight and warm. So, like, I love Ron's hugs. And I like to cuddle. Like, watch a movie and cuddle and just lay like on his chest like this and just watch a movie. It's just, and I promise you, and I like it. I like holding his hand too, because Ron is comforting. I literally lend him out to like Mama or Niecy or Hannah as far as like hugs. Because when they're not feeling well, I'll be like, Ron, give them a hug. You don't feel better. But I love Ron's hugs. And Ron's like to cuddle. I don't know if you go touch on that, but Ron like to cuddle, but Ron like to be the little spoon. Yeah. And I can't stand that, because he literally like, can come hold me.
It's just something about it. Just laying the other way, and just, you know. It's just something about it, man.
You want to be the little spoon. Like, why can't I be the little spoon? It's comforting.
If I'm protecting the house by the door, you at least can hold me.
You gotta be by the door.
So really, cause David, it's like, you know, I'm not really all on the touchy feeling.
He's not, or PDA. You know, he does not like neither.
I'm not really all into it, but it make her happy I do it. But really, mine come in when we playing a video game together, and something that she loves to do that I kind of got adapted to was we sit down in the car, like we'll just go get food, and literally Mark, like I told you, Love Island or Big Brother in the Circle.
My favorite show.
I used to hate them. And then every time we go get food, sit like, down, just binge it. I was like,
so what's the name of the movie again?
It's not a movie.
It's reality TV. I love reality TV.
Yeah, so it's either Love Island, The Circle, or Big Brother.
Yes.
Yeah. Every now and then we'll go to a street.
I love Big Brother since I was a kid. Yes. We would sit in the car. And we would just watch TV together on our phone, put it up there, sit it up high, and we would sit down, eat, and then talk and laugh, and then like watch the show. And I explained to Ron what's going on.
It really happened in college. Landale got on to us about that, because he said I never met two niggas who would really go to McDonald's, get the food, and then go to Sonic and get the drink. and
then go park and make a movie theater out of your car. We did it since college. We literally been doing this since college.
Y'all niggas the ultimate bingers.
And then started college.
Excuse my language, he said that's a fat ass shit.
I don't even know how it started.
All right, I'm gonna give you this one. Okay, here we go. Still talking about intimacy and all that type of stuff. I want to talk about your principles.
Okay.
You know, like, what is something? Give me like 3 or 5 things in your mind that is your top things that you need from him.
Oh, okay.
And same thing with you.
I need honesty. Yeah, thank you. Honesty. I need honesty. I need 100% honesty. I need protection, honesty, and what's the third one? Protection, honesty. Dang it!
You probably know what to talk about.
What?
I feel like it's kind of like the same, but the only difference is she need protection. Like, she need protection. Mm-hmm. So what I need from her is I just need her to nurture. So it's like she can't mother me. but she can nurture my ideas. So let's say I told you I want to start a business. So it's like, as a man, I know a lot of people always say that you gotta, want it bad for yourself, but she's my helper. So I'm like, babes, be my motivation. Come to me and say, babes, I can't wait till you get your stuff down pat, because when you do that, I can see you being happy. I can see us doing like this stuff together. So that's what I mean by nurture. She also has to be a good listener, because sometimes nobody really want to come home and just have a back and forth conversation. Sometimes we just want you to be our therapist. Just listen to us. So she has to be a good listener. Also, she has to be a good
I'm just kidding. He said that one time when we was at church. They said, "What do you need in your relationship?" He says, "Pretty feet." He ain't never said nothing like that in his life. And so I was like, "Where did this come from?"
I forgot that movie name, but just know Eddie Murphy was in it, and he pulled that cover back, and that woman's foot was ugly. Yep.
But just go.
But also, she has to be a good communicator, because communication go a long way. And the fourth one would be, she has to be loving. She has to love the thing that she do, love the people that she with. So of course, if you don't love them, what's the purpose? Yeah. So it's love. And last but not least, you just gotta be there for yourself, man. I'm not saying be independent, but you gotta be there for yourself. Show up for yourself. You can't show up for me, just show up for yourself. Cause I see you trying for yourself. Hey.
Okay, so I got it, but I'm gonna give you this last one. I said I wasn't gonna do it. I wanted to touch it at this point. How important would you say sex is between you two? Is it up there, or is it?
It's not important to me, but Ryan probably would say otherwise.
Yep. Mine's all the way at the top.
Red's way at the top.
It's important for you. It's very important.
It's very important for him. It's not. I could live without it, but Ryan.
Yep.
Okay.
He's
so
like,
the reason I asked that question is because it's going to go into my next topic. Would you say cheating is a deal breaker in your relationship?
Is it a deal?
This is gonna be stereotypical.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me ask.
Mine's so controversial.
Is cheating a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
Yes, it is a deal breaker.
Why is it a deal breaker?
Because it's if you can't offer me loyalty, and if you can't just stay right here, then it's I don't want you in my life. I don't want it. Because I feel what's the point? If you say that I'm the person that you want to be with, if I'm the person that you say you love, if I'm the person that you say you want to spend the rest of your life with, why are you fishing for other people? It doesn't make sense to me. If you wanted that, you should have got 3, 4, 5, 6 wives and did the little poly thing.
Polygamy.
Yeah, don't come to me with that.
With me, I would say it is.
Okay.
But you also gotta show grace.
Yes.
I'm not, because me personally, Cousin David,
So hold on. You said it's a deal breaker.
It is.
But you gotta show grace.
But you have to show grace.
So it's not a deal breaker.
So, but let me specify. So, I always believe in this. You're single until married. That's what I believe in. So if Marlee was to cheat on me,
and you're married.
Yeah, we're married now.
We're married.
So all right, so we're talking about marriage then.
Married.
So all right, because I cheated before. I'll be honest, I cheated before, but I never cheated sexually. I always cheated, verbally. So with me, I would say it's just whatever I'm missing at home, that's what I crave on the outside. So it's like I said, communication. Me and Marty didn't really communicate. Like I told you, she be on the phone with her mother a lot. So I get up in here and I play my game. I just be like, well, this ain't gonna satisfy me all the time. I want talk to you. Just talk to me about anything. It could be some of the random stuff. Talk to me about how King Tut died or anything.
Hold on. I don't want you to get away from the topic though. But cheating sexually is a deal breaker.
Oh heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a total deal breaker.
That's a deal.
You are the
cheating sexually?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's not even a question.
Because all right, I'm putting
that is the biggest form of disrespect that could ever exist.
But hear me out though. sex is higher on your list. Sex is not higher on your list. You know, so if it's not high on your list and high on his, maybe his appetite is high.
That might be.
And hear me out. And your appetite is not that high.
Right.
So maybe you can't fulfill that appetite.
But that where communication come in,
Yeah.
because like as two Christian couples, you have to pay attention to this, because see, the thing is, it's not always about what you want. It's you gotta always be open to what the other person wants. So
okay, hold on.
Exactly.
Let me hear you. Since it's not high on your list, how do you explain that? If his appetite is great,
Yeah.
and yours is not.
I would say it's like that. It's not that bad.
Okay, I'm just saying, how do you gauge that?
Well, in the Bible, it says that when you are married, your body is no longer your body, it's his, and his body is no longer his body, it's yours. So like if Ron's like, this is so but if Ron like wants to be intimate, yes, then I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, you know, it's whatever. And then because we've had this discussion, because it's always been uncomfortable for me to talk about sex and to talk about like intimacy and all of that, because my mom has always provided an open door for that, and my sisters they love talking about it left and right. I, on the other hand, I feel like, ugh, like I don't want to talk about that. That's not, you know, but it's the first time I ever opened up about, you know, sex was with Ron, and we talked, because when this happened like a couple months ago. We was going to Walmart or something, and we just talked about everything, because I want to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to make sure he's satisfied and he's okay, because I don't want him to feel like, okay, I'm not getting what I need. And so, you know, I don't want him to ever feel like that. So I sat down, even if it's uncomfortable with me, I'm going to talk about it. We'll talk through it, whatever you know. And so that's how we kind of.
Yeah. And can I put it in real quick? So the thing is though, because it's the simple fact that like Marlee has like requirements for her to do it. So it's like I'm put it like this. But I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm being honest. But I'm not.
Go ahead.
I'm just being honest, because I feel like that's the thing. You gotta understand what she wants. So
what she requires.
Yeah,
that's good though. I hear what you're saying.
Like what makes her desire it too. So that's the thing. So I have to perform what she needs for me
not
to
perform,
like,
but like
so
it's like
So let's say if Marlee say she like you know foreplay. So then therefore, Ron, that's what you gotta do. Don't just be a hound dog and just jump into it. You have to do the requirements. You know what I mean? Steps to this, man. You know, so that's what you gotta do. So
or come and hug me, or be nice, or like, give me some flowers. I'll be like, okay. Like I remember you gonna have money for flowers. You could go pick some outside or something sweet, like, you know. And that's all that you have to do. It just depends. Oh my gosh, my family is going. Let's just cut this.
From this.
All right, so I like the idea of talking about cheating. We did talk about sexual. Have you ever financially cheated on each other?
Financially?
Cheat is to deceive somebody. Like
that is a really good question.
Yeah. Have you ever cheated
financially?
On each other financially? Like, I'm gonna take my money. Ron is not gonna know, and I'm gonna send cousin David $200. Is that a deal breaker?
Oh no, that's not a deal breaker, because that can be fixed.
No.
But I don't think I've ever done that before.
I did.
Did she know? Did she
I knew
know?
later on.
How
we had a little talk.
Yeah, but this boyfriend girlfriend stage, right?
Yeah, it was boyfriend girlfriend stage.
Yeah.
Because Ron is a good saver. We spoke about that earlier. Ron is a saver. Ron has a great bit of savings, you know. And one thing about Ron, he loves his family. He loves the people that loves him, and he loves like hard. So if they ever needed anything, or if they ever ask for anything, Ron don't care what the amount is. He don't matter when he gonna get it done. because that's the heart he has. Even if he sees a stranger, like even down to my mom, even down to my sisters, if they need it, Run's gonna make sure they have it. And I had to talk to Ron about that because, you know, I think he was just my fiance then.
That had to grow up how though.
He had to grow up here for real because literally he would just give until he had nothing, you know? Mm-hmm. And I wasn't so much concerned about me. I was concerned about Ron because he works hard for what he has. And and I don't want to see, I'm not saying his family does this or my family does this, but I didn't want to see him being taken advantage of or always the go-to whenever people need stuff, you know, but can he turn to? I'm the person he turns to. It shouldn't just be me if he's always giving. Okay. So, yeah.
Are you okay with each other having friends as the opposite gender?
I feel like I am okay with Ron having friends as long as I know them. I have to know them. I have to make sure. So
you okay with him having a girl as a friend?
Mm-hmm. He has friends that are girls. Okay. Like he has my spiritual sister, his spiritual sister, Avery.
No. Not your sister. Just.
But we share friends.
Okay.
Don't we?
Yeah, that.
Or you just like.
But can they? I'll be honest with you.
Oh, here we go.
It's a deal. It's off limits.
For you?
So she can't.
Wait, so you said I can't have guy friends?
Mm-hmm.
You said I can't have guy friends?
No.
This is the first time he's ever said that. Oh. I can't believe that. Really? Why? I'm just glad you care. Okay. But I don't mind. I'm just glad you care.
Because like Marlee has to know her boundary as I can't say it's about. It's like think about you just have this personality that is flirtatious, but you're not trying to make it.
You say that all the time.
Yeah, and so it's like you don't know how to regulate because that's who you are. But the thing is, me being a man, I know what the other guy sees. He sees like, okay, like she make me feel good. She make me feel like I'm somebody, you know, and they crave that. And that's what they want. And like, so it's nothing against the guy. It's just, babe, you're being too friendly, you know? Like,
he used to tell me that in college when we were just girlfriend and boyfriend. I had this one friend who he did not want me to be friends. I'm not going to say the name. He did not want me to be friends with, but we were really close. Like, not like close, but we were close. And Ron thought I had a flirtatious personality. But it's just
did you stay friends with him?
No, we drifted off. But Turns out he wasn't even straight. So I dropped a friend for no reason. But it was whatever.
Straight.
Right. It's just my personality. It's just my personality. It's just
have y'all ever had a disagreement with, somebody spending too much time with a friend or a family?
Yep.
We both did. See, mine came first, then hers came later.
So was it with a friend or a family?
Hers was with a friend.
Mm-hmm. Yours with
mine was with
a friend.
Yeah, a friend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What was? How did y'all solve that?
At first, he was like, I've been friends with this person, and I was like, okay, well, it's either me or your friend. And he was like,
gave him the ultimatum?
I did, because you're not going to continue to, actually multiple times, because with his guy friends.
She thought I cheated on him.
Because let me tell you.
I was stuck in the bathroom.
He was not stuck in the bathroom. I was in my dorm, and he said he was going to come over, we was going to watch movies or whatever. He went over to one of his friend's dorm. Male friend's dorm. It was a bunch of people there.
It was.
He talking about he in their bathroom. He in the people's bathroom because he had to do number 2.
I did.
He said, "Why you doing that in somebody else's dorm?" I know you ain't. I was literally.
So what was wrong with him hanging out with the friends?
I did.
Because it was a bunch of girls. It was a bunch of people in there. It was a party in a dorm, in a small dorm, and you pooping in these people's dorm.
Well, one thing
I still to this day don't believe it. Don't believe it.
I was dropping that deuce. I will tell you the truth.
And then he come out and like, no, you can leave. You can go. I don't even want you over. You can go. But yeah. Well, actually, yeah.
So how did y'all, fix it to try to make sure?
I stopped being friends with my friend, unfortunately, and he wasn't even straight.
Yeah.
So do you regret the sacrifice? Or?
No, I would do anything for Ron.
Okay.
No, my friend just fell off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good question.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all married, and this is on camera. So one of your friends cheats. Would you tell your spouse?
Hold on. Yo.
One of your friends cheats. Would you come back and tell Ron and say, "Hey, my girl slept with such and such"?
Oh, we talk about everything.
Oh yeah.
We talk about everything.
Would you do it? Would you tell it?
I would tell him because
I mean, that TBE.
I can't.
That T.
Like
That's
the
gossip.
But I mean, I wouldn't go tell nobody else. Like everything that anybody comes to me and say to me or tell me, I literally keep it locked. Like I won't say anything.
You don't tell.
I would go to Run. That's it.
And
Run doesn't go to nobody, right?
Oh,
you don't go to nobody.
But I'll tell you like this. See, when our friends tell us stuff, they already know that we're gonna talk
to each other.
But
we have the same friends.
But we have this boundary where it stays in the confines of me and you.
Yes.
If it goes out, I'm mad at you because you said it.
You should never.
So should.
Now, depending on the friend.
Is it a bad expectation for your friend to know if I tell you, then he should know. If I tell you, then she should know.
If they say, because
they say don't tell Ron.
Yes, my friends and family, if they say don't tell Ron, I'm not going to say nothing to Ron. Because that's just a boundary.
Why would they say not tell Ron?
Because they probably just want it to be between me. Like Ron, his friend will be like, Ron, I'm going to tell you something, but you can't tell nobody. And he doesn't tell me. And he,
none of my friends did that.
Guess you still holding the secret now.
But this ain't dealing with cheating.
It's not. But
this dealing with something that's on a whole nother level.
Yes, but he still has not told me. So
yeah, cause that's not my place.
That's gonna be one of my next questions.
It is.
Yeah, that's not my place.
About communicating secrets. Do you keep secrets from each other that other your friends or family have told you?
It depends on what the secret is.
Yeah.
So you would keep the secret from them.
Because we don't want to break their trust. We don't want to break
let's say for instance, like if I have a friend, my friend tell me, Run, I got molested when I was like 5 years old. And I'm not gonna he said, Run, don't tell Marlee. I'm not gonna tell Marlee that because that's traumatic for him.
I wouldn't expect him to.
He trusts me with this information.
Right.
So it would be careless of me. How selfish of me to go back here and be like, hey, such and such got raped when he was 5. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
What satisfaction you get out of it? Just, but I can't believe he really got. You just gonna have like a 10-minute conversation and be done, and you just expose this man.
And you just broke that person's trust.
Exactly.
Because
she might go tell somebody and be like,
I would not.
But I'm just saying because you might go back and be like, hey, such and such got raped. That's Run friend, and then they go ahead and go. Not the whole world know.
If they do that's even with family. If they do the disclaimer, don't say nothing to nobody. I'd be like, who am I gonna tell? Not even Run, and I'd be like, okay, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Okay. I know. I talk to you about friends, but I gotta talk about this one friend.
Oh Lord, awful friend.
How has God?
Oh, okay.
Been a friend in your relationship?
Oh, that's a good question.
Play any part in your relationship?
Of course, 100%. It's me, God, Run.
Yep.
Literally, he's like the foundation of our relationship. Because at first, it was Ryan. It had a really hard time coming to Jesus. He spazzed out on me one time. We were just boyfriend and girlfriend because I asked him, did he want to join my Bible study? Mm-hmm. And he was like,
she didn't ask. They put me in it.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, I don't understand.
He took himself out. I put him back in. And
I said I didn't understand it because it's like with me, like I told you, when my mom passed away, I used to be like, "And God, why you took my mom?" I used to ask questions like that. Mm-hmm. And then, as life started happening, like I had classmates. Like people always think I don't want to go back to my class reunions because of, I just don't like my school. No, I never forget. My classmates all they said, Run, how you felt knowing your mom was gonna die of cancer? I used to be like, why would you ask me that? Yeah,
it was out of pocket.
Yeah, and I used to feel that way. I said, dang, bro. I said people treat me like I'm trash, and I don't have no mother, And I was like, man. So when I get older,
He was in middle school.
I said I won't never drive down that road again to that school. I never drove.
Yeah.
I don't even see none of my classmates. If I see you, I probably just see you at the at the store or something. But do I like?
I do have a question. Do y'all pray together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does that look like? When does that happen?
Every night.
Every night.
What you mean?
Throughout the day.
So when we pray together, it just typically just like she's having a hard day. Ren, can you pray for me?
Yep. During work, like I'll be like, just please take.
Because sometimes she can't pray for herself. And
yeah.
Is it like you praying by yourself or praying out loud to her?
Out loud.
Oh, out loud.
Mm-hmm. On the phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You gotta pray.
And vice versa.
Oh,
But then at night, we pray every night, every single night. It don't matter if we on our knees or we in the bed, half sleep. We have to pray every night. Mm-hmm. And if Ron falls asleep too fast, I just touch him and start praying. But yep, we pray every night.
Do y'all have any kids?
No.
Oh, I wish.
Do y'all want kids?
Yes.
Yep. I want 5.
And that was my next question.
Oh.
How many kids do you want?
Yeah, I definitely want 5 kids.
Same.
I want 5.
Yeah, I want about 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all talk about how, you plan to discipline your kids? Do y'all have
We
y'all had that
literally was just
conversation?
talking about that, like the other day or today or something like that.
Yeah, we came up with the system and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like what's that?
So we be talking about, so it's Arby, it's Kyrie, Saint, Brooklyn, and Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And we was like, we're gonna get
Ron not gonna be a disciplinary.
But anyway,
we
said we're gonna give them this system to be financially literate.
Mm-hmm.
It's called brownie points.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want something out the pantry,
you gotta have some brownie points.
Yeah,
which
and
is money.
the way you get brownie points is you have to do chores. And depending on what chore it is, the more you get. So it's like, let's say for instance, because like I said, I don't believe in the gender role. Mm-hmm. So if my daughter say, "Daddy,"
I get on the zero turn.
I need $50 a day. Crank up that zero turn. All right, come on.
What's zero turn?
It's a lawnmower.
Look, baby, I'm down for it. Come on. I'll go behind you.
And we want to teach them about credit too and the importance of credit so they can take out loans.
Yep,
but if their credit mess up and they forget to make a payment, we're gonna repo that.
Mm-hmm. You say you took out a loan for some candy. All right, you better give me that money.
All right, this is gonna be kind of sensitive. This is gonna be a sensitive
Oh
question.
Lord.
All right. Your parents raised you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna keep that same tradition? Or are you gonna do something different?
I'm doing something different.
Yeah, something different.
I think both our parents did an amazing job raising us. But I have to do something.
What are you gonna do different that you?
But you know what, cousin David? I can't say our parents are bad parents because
they're not bad parents.
Because
hold on, I did not say that. Bad parents. I did not say that.
Well, I'm saying this.
Mama and Ryan, y'all are amazing parents. Y'all are awesome parents.
What
But
we trying to say that?
y'all are
What we trying to
amazing.
say is,
Okay.
Marlee was without a male figure for a long, like a father figure.
Yes.
Like, she had
And
Granddad Jarvis.
I had a cousin David.
Yeah,
I
cousin
bring
David,
up cousin David
Uncle
all the
Darren.
time. I had Uncle Darren, and I had
But
Buck.
consistent every day in the household.
I had Buck, but I despised Buck.
Yeah.
I love you now, Buck, but I despised Buck because he was not my dad, for one.
Yeah.
He wasn't a family member like y'all. That's why I loved when you used to come in town, because I was like, thank God I have some balance. Like, as far as fatherhood and stuff goes. And Uncle Darren, when he came in town, I was like, thank God. And that's why I value time with y'all, because I wasn't used to a non-toxic male figure in my life. So we laugh about trauma, but that's why I enjoyed when y'all came in town. Like the little time that you spent with me, little time that Uncle Darren would spend with me, that meant the world to me. Like that meant so much to me, because I was like, this is how a father is supposed to be, And so that made me, like, honestly, that really shaped how I wanted my life to go. And that's why I'm glad I married Ron, because I know he's going to be an excellent father. But not because of what I had in a father, and I love you, Dad, just to let you know. But not what I had in a father growing up, but what I seen in you and my Uncle Darren. And so that meant a lot to me. And so my mom did the best she can with what she had, and she did an amazing job raising us, I would say. But I don't think the way I grew up, I used to get whoopings. I was traumatized by all the men my mama brought in my life.
Are you gonna whoop your kids?
Oh no, no, what? I'm not gonna whoop.
What?
No, no, I cannot. I'm not. I feel like there's other ways to discipline your children.
What are other ways?
Taking away things that they enjoy.
It won't on book at my wife.
So my question was gonna be, if you have your son. No, let's say you have a daughter. It always starts with a daughter. The daughter gets sassy and slaps mom. What do we do?
Well, it's time to go ahead and bring out that bill.
No.
Oh.
So what do we do, mom?
I think we should try gentle.
You and my wife, or you and my daughter?
Mom, what do we do?
I don't think hitting them will make it any better, because I feel like that would just enrage them even more. So I feel like instead, because I remember when I used to get hit, but when I used to get hit, it used to just make me even more mad. Like so I think instead, I should take a moment.
But you should never hit them in the first place.
You should never hit me in the first place. But I should take a moment, and I feel like in that situation, I would want to take a moment away. Run, you take the kid. And do whatever, like don't hit them, just do whatever, and then we come back and we talk about the situation. They might hit me too.
Like, I just punked
I just don't want to put my hands on my
children. Look, you hit me, you ain't gonna.
So I got some great topics for you.
Okay.
You know, how well do y'all know each other?
I think I know Ron like the back of my hand.
Okay, we're gonna go. How well do you know her?
I thought I know her pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. Right off the top. Ron. Her favorite color?
Burgundy and pink.
That's right. Yeah. Pink more so.
Marley. Ron's favorite meal?
His fat spaghetti.
Easy.
What?
Easy.
All right. So, if you had the option right now, what movie would you want to watch?
For me?
Him.
Oh.
What? For what? Probably Shrek.
She ain't telling no story. For some reason, that I'm a believer. That thing right there been hitting hard.
Are you serious?
Yes. She probably just guessed that, but
I guess it because you like Shrek.
I love Shrek.
Right.
Donkey be killing me.
Who spends the most money? And on what?
Everything.
Horse and acrylics.
What?
Horse and acrylics. That poor horse lost his tail.
I appreciate him.
What does he spend most of his money on?
Ron's very conservative, but he does spend a lot of money on his shoes and outfits. Oh, he loves Old Navy. He has gotten a little obsession. He spends the most money on pants. He got the same pair of pants. He spends the most money on
the cash back, baby. What you talking about?
So clothes and shoes. He spends the most money on.
But most boys,
yeah,
that's my biggest beat right
there. Your first child is a boy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you name him?
Arby. Ronald Brown the third.
Yep.
First child's a girl. What do you name him?
Brooklyn.
So y'all already talked about that.
Oh yeah, told you.
We had 5 years to come up with this.
Yep.
So what are you waiting on in order to, pursue having that first child?
Oh no.
Nothing. Nothing. Literally nothing.
Yep.
Just God.
Mm-hmm. So y'all ready for that first child?
I would like to wait till after we have our wedding, but because we got married unconventional. So
what does that mean?
Because it was.
So hold on, y'all been married almost 2 years. So what was the wedding like?
We have a wedding.
We married in Ron's Hartsel Engineering Technology conference room on accident because what we thought was happening.
So they changed the law where they said the notary can now marry you. And you know, I thought we were just going to get like a couple.
Mama and Big
Hold
Ron
on,
specific.
this was a COVID marriage. Huh?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Mama and Big Ron told us that all we had to do was get a notary to sign it, and we was ready. We was gonna go to the courthouse and we was gonna do the whole little shebang, whatever, because we was gonna go ahead and get married before we ended up having a wedding. So what happened was Ron woke me up. I was asleep. It was my day off. And told me to come down to Hartsville because he had a notary that would do it for free. So I was like, oh, bet we ain't got to play a notarizer. And so I went up there, had my little puffin. I had like a windbreaker on. And I was like, let's just sign this paperwork. We didn't say vows. We didn't say nothing. We didn't kiss. We was just sitting right. Ron was right here. I was right here. She signed it, stamped it. We signed it. They signed, and then Ron signed it. And then she was like, "Here you go, congratulations." And
So what was the rush?
we wasn't even.
I feel like God told me to go ahead and marry Marley because we was at a women's conference,
Yeah.
so I had no business being there. I was security anyway. But anyways, I don't know who I'm stopping. But anyways, so I heard TC Vaughn said we have to stop playing with God, and I was like, I just learned about shacking up. Crazy part. I learned about shacking up, and I was like, man, dang, God. I said, I've been shacking up the whole time. You ain't tell me nothing. I said, man, I'm going to stop playing with you. Come on. And I said,
But
babe.
it wasn't what we wanted. Like, that wasn't the plan.
But that's the thing, though, because it wasn't about, at that moment, it wasn't about what we wanted. It was about what we needed to do.
That's true.
Because I was just like, man, look, I'm going to keep on going, and I'm probably never going to marry this girl because I'm getting wife treatment, like, you know, from a girlfriend. I said, I might as well go ahead and marry Marley. I said, it's the right thing to do. Might as well start that legacy.
So right now, what's the deal breaker in you two?
Yeah, I think that's the
Cheat
big.
financially? We talked about that. Financially, cheating.
That's a really good
Which
point.
one?
I never really
Cheating
thought
with,
about
cheating with another person.
it. Yeah,
Financially
not
with
financial.
another person?
Oh wait.
Or
You talking about
sexually?
spending money on
Sexually.
somebody else?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all of that. Every single form of cheating is a deal breaker. Yeah.
It's a deal breaker. Like, that means you're not talking about it. You walking away from it.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about it. You already know what the deal was. Talked about this. Come on, sign the papers. But yeah, by the grace of God. The grace of God.
So, but if love is that strong, it's something to talk about, right?
I don't think that is because it's like.
Babe.
I'm just saying. I feel like it's just like if we got to that point, it's like I don't know. I don't think I would consider it.
But me personally, I just think it's like what's in that make it a deal, you know, a deal breaker. Because it's like, let's say she say spending money on other people, right? So let's say for instance, I had an OnlyFans addiction or something, right? Like I just want, you know, buy OnlyFans. I spend money on, I'm paying for other women, right? So are you gonna leave me because I'm paying for a service?
Would you leave
That's a
me
question.
and vice versa?
No, answer the question first. Then we can go to him. It's a good one.
I thought because David was supposed to be answering the question. I don't know. That's a hard question.
Because see, like me personally, like these ain't like people that you see on those websites. These are people that you can actually see in person because these are normal people. These are day-to-day people. But it's just like, I'm just paying for your services. I'm not trying to see you. You know what I mean?
I think I think it's a deal breaker because I just feel like you shouldn't be. I don't know. You shouldn't be entertaining that. If you have already someone at home, you shouldn't be entertaining it. Give me the money. Give me the dollar. Give me the money.
But you know, I told you, if you ain't that USA Olympian,
Right.
I do have a couple more. Like, do y'all think it's okay to keep your friends with your exes? Keep a friendship
Oh
with your exes?
no.
No.
Oh no. Oh heck no. No sir.
Why not?
No sir. That is not because if they're an ex for a reason. Like you dated this person and feelings can come back up. Anything can happen. And why would you want to be friends with an ex if you're married? Like all of that's supposed to have died along with you you're not married, you know? So that's a no.
oh, I'm with her on that one. You gotta look at me now. Oh, hell no. Oh yeah.
Sorry. some people talk. Some people don't really get into it, but I love to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
As being married, being a young couple, do you share bank accounts or do you have your own separate?
We want to share a bank account.
We have a shared bank account.
Yeah,
but we don't utilize it as much as we should.
Yeah, but like we trying to get it put all into one.
And I think
so y'all have separate.
Yes.
Yeah, we have. Ron has his account. I have my account, and then we have a combined bank account.
Yeah.
But we don't use it as much as we use ours.
But this right here is more strategy now because it's like since Marley works for the VA, they do everything by the book. They're gonna pay you on the exact day you need to get paid. But since I'm banking with Region, you know, I get my checks, you know, every Tuesday. So that's like that to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, hey, if we need to go ahead and, you know, handle some business, I can just go ahead and do that with my check that I'm getting now. And you just say the rest on yours.
We want to put it together so bad. I think whenever we do the move, it'll be easier for us to combine our accounts. Mm-hmm. But right now, like, since we've been married, it's been always like, okay, you have that account, I have this account. Then we just got a joint account, like, last year?
Yeah. And
then we was using it, we were doing good, and then it was back to, I have an account, he has an account. But it's like it's still like our money together. So it's just like, oh, that's Ron money. Oh, that's Marley money. No, that's our money together. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay.
And Ron gets upset if you say your money. I'd be like, Ron, you can't take your money. Ain't always my money.
So I'm gonna get into a little bit about your church. Mm-hmm. Tell me some things about your church.
Well.
Do y'all go to the same church? Do y'all? Mm-hmm.
We go to All Nations Family Worship Center in Newton, Alabama. Mm-hmm. We've been there for I joined the church in 2021. Ron joined the church a little shortly after. Mm-hmm. And we've been there for about 3.5 years now. We love our pastor, we love our first lady, we love our church family, and we're heavily involved in ministry. So
yeah. What does that mean?
Like, I'm the youth director for the church.
No, she's deeper than I am, though.
That's not true. I'm the youth director for the church. So, I handle everything dealing with the youth. I handle everything dealing with the children. And I love it so much because I love children. So, I love everything I do as far as ministry goes with the youth. Ron helps out a lot, too. And we do a lot of, I guess you can say, we do a program every month for the youth. Mm-hmm. And every year we do a big program. So he's helped me a lot with all of that. And then Ron helps pastor. He does audio.
I'm the reason why y'all can watch it.
On live. Yes.
Yeah. What does that mean?
That means I'm over the broadcast.
The audio ministry and visuals.
Yeah. I'm over that stuff.
He's really good at what he does too. He wants to do more. He wants to do more.
I have a lot of problems with being mediocre. I can't stand being mediocre.
So, in talking about a church, so youth, audio, what's your vision for that church?
That's a good question. You go first, because that's a good question.
My vision, it isn't mega church. That's not my vision. Mm-mm. My vision is where a lot of people can come in and, like you always say, be vulnerable. We want you to come in and learn about the Lord, because the Bible says you're supposed to go out into all nations, like our church name is, go out to all nations and make disciples of men. Mm-hmm. So it's like me and Marley aren't supposed to be at that church forever. We're supposed to go out, not saying we're supposed to be pastors, but we're supposed to go out to the masses. Hey, brother, let me disciple you. Hey, sister, let me disciple you. Let's talk about the Lord. How's your relationship with him? Mm-hmm. You know, that's our job, to spread the good news. So you go to church, you get poured into, then you go back out to pour into somebody else.
Other people.
Yes. So that's that. In church, like a church home, I was going to be a church home. You go back, you hear the word, because you're getting poured back into. When you're empty, you go back, get poured into, come back out. That's how it works. So the way I see it, I look at it as, you know, a place where you come back, you go back and forth, you keep on, you're getting your refill, and you go back out to fill other people up, and then that's when you start bringing more people in.
I think our goal for the church in general is just for it to grow, and for the people inside the church to learn more, and for the people outside to look at All Nations as like a place where they can come, they can be themselves, they can be free, and feel like burden release. I know every time I go to church, and I, like, after a week, it feels like I'm just taking off that week whether it was bad, whether it was good. I'm just stripping off that week, and I'm getting refreshed and refilled and refined.
Sure.
And then I'm walking back out and doing it all over again. But it's a really good way to fill your cup, you know? It's a really good way to just release whatever is on your mind. It's like, so I want that for other people. Like, I want other people, when they go into All Nations, they feel that same thing. Like, and especially the youth. I want them to get it more than anything because, you know, they are future, Jesus.
Yeah. You got this event this Friday with your church.
Yes.
Talk to me about it. What is
it? So Youth Fest is our second annual Youth Fest. I'm just so excited. Okay, but so Youth Fest is basically where youth from any church, they don't even have to be a part of a church, any community in the nearby cities, or even outside of the city limits, they can come in and they can get a great word, they can get great fellowship, great advice, great information about God, about life in general, because yes, our full focus is God, but God also wants us to live life abundantly. So I want them to be able to learn how to live life abundantly. Like, what are their options? What can they do? Because what
does that look like?
So, like last year, for instance, we had you come and talk about the military, and then we had some of people from colleges come and talk about their college options, myself included, and then also alternate career options like trade school or whatever the case may be. And then we had even someone that come to talk about mental health, because mental health is a struggle, especially for this generation. So there was somebody that comes to educate us on mental health, why it's important, what resources do we have. And that was so important to me personally, because growing up, it's like mental health was a thing, but it wasn't taken as seriously as it is now. Also, developing and learning about college, it was hard for me personally to access, because we didn't really have that many people that knew too much about college. So FAFSA, I had to figure out what resources I could use for FAFSA, what resources I can use to look for how to apply for college.
So you bringing all of
that to the Youth Fest, yes, so that they can have.
So you got different speakers coming in.
Well, last year we did, but this year we're kind of trying to focus. This year's theme is follow the blueprint, stay rooted. So last year was know your identity, right? Okay. So last year that was the opening, because I wanted them to learn who they were in Christ, because y'all barely know who y'all are, you know? So you definitely probably don't know who you are in Christ. What options do Jesus give to me? Like, who is Jesus to me, and what am I to him? And that's what the foundation was last year. This year, we learned who we are. Now we need to learn how to stay rooted in Christ. Right. And what blueprint has Jesus set aside for us to follow, which is, of course, the Word of God, his teachings, etc. And that's why the speakers are going to touch on those things a lot heavy this year.
So who are some of your speakers?
So one of the speakers I have this year is Elder Caldwell, and he is really great with engaging the youth and teaching, more so than just preaching, because right now the youth needs a teacher. You know, they need a preacher, but they need a teacher too, because they need to learn like what what blueprint has God given us. You know, what does staying rooted mean, you know? And then Jakari, which is a great friend of Run and I, and Run's best friend, he is amazing. He tells it like it is. This day you don't need to sugarcoat nothing with these children. Like, you have to be raw, and you have to be hot, humble, open, and transparent with them.
He lived that life already.
He lived that life.
What do you mean? Live what life?
He has a testimony out of this world. Okay. Like, he's been there before. He's been in them trenches before. So he knows how it is, and how those influences of your environment can get, and how the people around you can start influencing you to do things. So he's going to come. I believe he's going to tell his testimony, and it's just a time for people to wake up and see, like, you know, we only here for a short amount of time. You know, you have to choose what life you go live. And that's basically what this Youth Fest is a lot more serious than last year. Last year was like, okay, we're going to learn who we are. Yes. You know, this year is like, time's out. It's time to get serious. Like, you gotta get rooted. So I'm really excited. I'm super excited for this year. Thank you, babes.
So, is there any advice that you can give to stay rooted in marriage?
Oh, that's good. Go ahead, babes.
No, you go first.
The advice I can give is to always communicate. be a very great communicator. Even if you don't want to talk, like even if you don't want to like talk about the thing that you need to talk about it. Like listen to one another. Be a great listener, not listening to just respond, but listen to understand. Because the more you listen to understand, the more you can get where that person is coming from. Another thing is always be open to forgiveness. That's super important, because if you really love somebody, you will forgive them and you will put in that work to make sure, y'all relationship is successful. And most of all, keep God like at the center and foundation of everything, because without God, it's just chaos. But with God, it's balance. And yeah, that's my advice. I've only been married for 2 years.
You really everything I was gonna say for real. That's crazy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was gonna say communication.
Oh my
Keep
God.
God first. Yeah, the typical.
Twin.
Where have you been? Yeah, and keep it fun, man.
Yeah, just keep it fun. Don't be boring.
Yeah, just keep it fun.
Just keep it fun. And always don't forget that child inside of you, because sometimes we forget it and we get so serious and be that adults.
Yeah, don't be childish.
Don't be too childish, but also don't forget that
childish
child.
at all.
Oh wow. But yeah, that's a little advice from the Browns.
All right, so one thing that I've learned throughout this whole conversation is that I would like to see. Let me see this Ron hug.
Oh my gosh, yes. Wait, we gotta stand up. Yeah, because I don't know if that's gonna. Okay. Okay, this is the one. So you gotta keep your hands above and one hand and